Hey, how's everyone doing today? Hey, it is Wednesday, May 20th, and I tell you what, we got a great show for you lined up. We have a actress, singer, dancer. You've seen her in such projects as East Los High. You've seen her in Lifeline. You've also seen her. Oh, you haven't seen her yet. In 420, which I believe comes out today. She also has a book and a pilot that she's working on, as well as a quarantine workout that could probably help a lot of people who are in quarantine and want to still stay fit. And so we're going to discuss that, as well as we can discuss her singing as well. And we'll also be discussing her main role in the biopic of the adult film star legend herself, Vanessa Del Rio. Please welcome to the show, Vivian Lamolli.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, how we doing?
Getting through this quarantine
Oh
one
yeah,
day at a time.
yeah. How bad is it down there? Cause like where I'm at, it's like, I mean, if you need to go to the store, you can go to the store. You just got to wear your mask and stuff like that. It's not like, you know, you're stepping on the street and the police are, locking you down.
I feel honestly in the very beginning of all of this, when it was going down and little by little everything was getting shut down and we were getting more news every day, every day, every day. It's LA. At the end of the day, it's a struggle for all of us because the way that we work is, you know, uh, usually in groups of people,
Right.
especially in the entertainment industry in Hollywood. And it started to get really distressing and frustrating at first, but I don't know if you can hear that loud truck in the back. It's garbage day. It's a beautiful day in LA, and I'm in the Beverly Hills area, so it's
Okay.
really gorgeous outside, and yeah, just trying to minimize that noise for you. But no, I feel like now I've been able to really take this time for myself
Right.
and just become more creative and really come out of this on the other side stronger and prepared to jump into more creativity and just keeping it positive. So I think everyone here is just doing what they can to not only stay home, stay inside, stay lower the curve and or flatten the curve and just really be there for each other. So I think the industry, us in Hollywood, we've really kind of come together and created a lot of different things like, like such, podcasts,
Right.
something that we can all relate to each other, groups, fun things for solidarity online, like when we do all those challenges and stuff, or
Right.
just really reaching out to others and seeing how everyone's doing. So I think it's starting to become the new normal, if you will. And yeah, I think for me, I just try to keep it positive all the time.
Exactly. And always, every now and then, I'll reach out to people saying, hey, it's if you're having a difficult time going through this and you're at your wits end, you don't know what to do, and you need someone to talk to, feel free to message me. I'll send you my number. I'll hear you out. I'd rather listen to a stranger their issues than have them freak out because they're locked down on something and have them do something bad to themselves. That's just
Beautiful.
yeah, yeah.
That's really all we can do. I mean, this people I think are trying to just adjust in any way that we can possible. And with me, it's getting my creative juices flowing and writing, mentoring with others, just creating a couple of things that have made me very, very excited to um, really flesh out
Right.
once we can have more opportunity to be around other people.
Yeah, exactly. Now, how did you get into acting? Was what caused you to get the bug to that you wanted to be an actor, singer, and all that?
Oh, I always love this question because I feel like I popped out of my mama just singing and dancing and being the most and doing all the drama. No, I've always been a very artistic kid and like growing up with that, I did all of the dance classes, the singing, the musicals. My background is musical theater. So
Uh-huh.
when I knew I really wanted to do it professionally was probably when I did the show Hair, the musical.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my senior thesis. Yes, at University of Florida, go Gators.
Mm-hmm.
And I just fell in love with every bit and piece. But that, I mean, that musical has so much soul to it. It's about the counterculture
Uh-huh.
and late 60s, early 70s,
Right.
very much so giving me the vibes of the show on Hulu right now called Mrs. America that I'm just so enthralled with. But yeah, once I started doing that show and really writing about it, I just was
Right.
like, this is it. This is, I mean, I love what I do.
Yeah, it's good to hear.
And I think it's just when you realize this is what you were meant to do and have these blessings and talents and gifts, it's like we have to use it for others as well. So I think I've known pretty much since I could really sing at a very young age.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you go to work and you love what you do, technically it's not work. It's you're getting paid for something you love doing. So,
Exactly. And that's the thing. I mean, and I do love that saying. It's like when you get paid for what you love to do, it's no longer a job, because sometimes job, that word can just have like a negative connotation for some people.
yeah, exactly.
But it's my way of life. It's my lifestyle. It's my it's my gift to the
Right.
world. So I feel very blessed
All right.
to be an actor.
That's good to hear. Now, as you were growing up, who did you look up to? Um, actress wise, singer wise, and who helped influence your career?
Oh man, there's tons of different influences that I think I've gone through. It's interesting because I think it's always in different waves
Hmm.
of my life or different chapters for sure. Um, I would say growing up, I really enjoyed watching Ashley Judd and
Oh,
her chops.
uh-huh.
But at a really young age, I don't even know, like 5, 6, 7, around those ages where I like really was influenced by how real she is and how just the natural moments that she has that I don't really
Right.
like using the word natural because it's just we're kind of just breathing our own lives and taking from our lives and breathing into these roles and characters. But I was just really in awe of her more subtle moments, like the subtleties with her acting really just made me like, wow, this is what I love to do too, and I want to work hard, like take after take after take on anything that I do.
Hmm.
So she's a major influence for me. Charlize Theron, a couple of strong women there.
Yeah.
Singing wise, there's so many musicians that my parents introduced me to at a really young age too.
Hmm.
Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind and Fire, Shaka Khan, the Beatles.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that my sister or my sister for sure, we sing together, but my mom, she's also a musician. Fun fact, she was supposed to go on tour with Gloria Stefan and the Miami Sound Machine,
Oh, okay.
but in those days, I mean, it was very strict.
Yeah.
Like parents and growing up and everything was just kind of like something that you didn't cross. It
Right.
reminds me of when I wanted to audition for Making the Band, and my dad was like, you're wearing a crop top where?" But I would say my parents too. They influence me every single day. My mother and my father are a couple of the most hilarious people that I know,
Hmm.
and talented. I mean, it's a blessing to have two parents that are just so um they're in a different field and a different industry, but
Hmm.
at the same time it's just that natural raw talent that I see from my mother when she's singing, or
Hmm.
my dad when he has like his improv chops going, and it just comes naturally. It's so great. um but yeah, I mean, Whitney Houston when I was really little as well.
Hmm.
The list goes on, to be quite honest.
Right.
Then
Right.
when me and my sister started getting into our teen years, there were a lot of different singers. Even now, contemporaries like Demi Lovato, or
Yeah.
um, because just being a songwriter herself, or Tori Kelly, uh, but actors as well that we would kind of just take from. Um, I love Jason Segel as well, and being a
Okay.
writer and writing all of his own stuff.
Hmm.
Judd Apatow, directors, actors, just everyone really doing it for people that are just okay. Sorry.
No,
I'm
that's
sorry
okay.
for that interruption.
No, that's
No,
okay.
I just there's so much going on. I don't know if you can hear. I mean, I'm sure you're probably going to edit too. But there's just a lot going on right now, like as far as artistically. So I'm working on a few different things myself, but as far as influences, there's just the list goes on. I really don't. It's difficult to just pick one, or just
Right.
to hone in on one specific artist, because I feel like within my art I take from so many different experiences of my life,
Hmm.
and other artists that have come before me. So
Okay. All right. Now, let's talk about when you were on the East Los High, and that was
yes.
I understand that was an all Latino cast, which is very like you hardly ever see that.
How, say that again.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
no, sorry. I was referring to East Los High. My understanding was
Hmm.
it's an all Latino cast.
Yes, it is.
And
It's in.
can you
Go
discuss
ahead.
a little bit about how your experience was on that show?
How my character? It's you're a little. I'm sorry. What was that? How my character? What?
Oh, I was just the whole experience of doing that show, and having your entire cast Latino or Latina as well, and just the whole experience. How was that?
I mean, just so powerful. If I'm being really honest with you, I that was such a launching pad for my career in
Hmm.
Los Angeles. You know, I it was my first series regular,
Hmm.
and being of Cuban and Puerto Rican descent,
Hmm.
Cuban, Puerto Rican, Italian, Cuba Italia Rican is what I like to call myself.
Okay, there you go.
But having all of those different, not only ethnicities but cultures and traditions in my life, I was able to really breathe life into Filiberta Rodriguez, who was my character, and
Hmm.
knowing that we had such beautiful issues to tackle. It started off as a PSA, that show, actually. Um, and then the creators and the producers and writers, it just turned into this amazing thing that Hulu picked up, and with the company Wise Entertainment, it just
Hmm.
just took off. Which, by the grace of God, they got we got 5 seasons out of it,
Right.
and I don't know, just everything that we were challenged with within that show, challenged and blessed with, has made me the actor for sure that I am today. That's a part of my life. So we were high school students,
Right.
and it was always interesting. I always like to say that I when I was in high school,
Yeah.
I never really. I don't know if I went through some of these hard hitting issues, but it happens, and it's out there, and it's something that we need to be loud and proud and real about,
Right.
and just really reach out and talk to that age that's so tender, and that's so easily influenced, in a sense, because I mean the topic really just related from I was on a dance team, so
Hmm.
of course within a dance team you're going to have competition, and it's the
Right.
girls, and it's the whole thing with that femininity, and maybe not lifting each other as much. It's just so competitive, and a lot of girls in high school face that. So that was one of the things that we definitely touched upon on the Bomb Squad on East Coast High, and then a couple of other things had to do with teen pregnancy,
Right. Yeah.
teen pregnancy, HIV/AIDS, sex, dating, uh, being gay, trans,
Right.
anything that really could push the envelope, but be such a true, amazing example of, hey, this is a real topic, a real thing that that someone's going through, and
Exactly.
it resonates within them so that they can have that influence on their life. And just being a part of that was, like I said, such a blessing to really be on a show that was one of the first of its kind.
Right.
I love that there's now coming after that is Vida, Gentified, On My Block.
Hmm.
Like those shows are really wonderful, and I'm just grateful to have been part of the pioneer show on Hulu, East Los High. I
Right.
love all of we're a family.
Yeah.
Honestly, the cast members, I've gotten a couple of my best friends out of that show, and I'm very, 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 very grateful for that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, because that show, it's uh, like you said, it touches topics that are like kind of borderline, where, and so those borderline issues the kids are going through nowadays, and they see that on the show. It's like, oh, hey, wait a minute, they're going through it. Then it's like, okay, I'm not the only one that goes through this. It's They're talking about it, and it could help them, influence them in a positive way to make it a positive decision on that situation that they're going through.
100%. And it is, and that's the thing. Yes, it is. Everything is kept into this positive light, but it also shows you the dark and the things that are hiding, and the things that some people, maybe it was taboo, or some people are scared to really address.
Right.
So that's just so amazing to me that I was able to be a part of something like that, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it going on to being something that there
Right.
have been so many fans that you know uh, tell us that they're blessed, or excited about the show, or it resonates within them, or it brings their confidence up. That was something that really, 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 and truly um, just made my heart so, it just burst with joy, because of the fact that there were some, not even just kids, moms, uh, all sorts of different paths and demographics who watch the show.
Right.
They just say things like, "Wow, we're really, really, confidence boosters as far as dancing and singing and getting back out there with this feeling of joy." So,
Right.
yeah, it's just an awesome. And then the soundtrack,
Oh yeah.
so just doing something with songs on the show that are just so good.
Right. Exactly. And
A lot of the music just like is on another level
right. And
with the choreography.
exactly. And also, what I like is you have Latinos who aren't being portrayed as the gang member, or you know in somewhat of a negative type of role. You know
Yeah, I
it.
mean that was major, 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 and one of the most important things that was tackled within that show. Yes, there are definitely roles that have weight to it in
Right.
that sense, as
Right.
gangbangers, or uh, I don't know, being a nanny, or being just someone that you would think a Latino, that's their only role that they can play.
Right.
Well, we go beyond that within high school, being teachers and principals and students, and
Exactly.
also advocates, just things like that. It's so interesting, because I really don't even think um, I think we've come quite a long way. There's
Hmm.
so much more to do, so much work to do
Right.
in just representing a Latino face in the market. Just doing something that's, I'm just going to be a lawyer, or a musician, a struggling musician
Hmm.
on a show,
Right.
such as Nashville, or something like that. Like,
Hmm.
I just think that it's starting to become, hopefully, more of the reality, like Beauty and the Beast, or Beauty and the Baker. Sorry, Beauty and the Baker.
Uh huh.
Woo! But so many shows that just really show you that you can branch out, and it doesn't, like, even something that I'm writing right now, I didn't even think. I've been influenced by my friends, and a couple of the ones that I would like to cast, and
Uh
that
huh.
I see as these characters, are Latino. But I never really sat down and thought, um no one's going to believe this that this role is right for this person, and or
Right.
no one's going to believe this actor in this role because
Right.
they're Latino. No, we got to break that barrier down. And I East Los High being a part of that, it really shows that you can and you will, and eche pa'lante.
Right.
That's what we always say.
Now let's.
And no pares,
Nope.
sigue, sigue. I
Oh,
gotta put that Puerto Rico up in there.
there you go. There you go. Now, let's talk about the book and the pilot that you're writing. Can you discuss a little bit about that, or do you want to let too
Yeah, of
much out?
course. I mean, it's definitely in its infancy and in an organic process right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really grateful to have this time to flesh it out, and also this opportunity to talk to you about it, because it helps me with my insight, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, like I said, I am writing a pilot right now. It gives me I guess I would say it gives me vibes, or in the vein of I'm Sorry by Andrea Savage,
Mm-hmm.
that show. And then also kind of just like little bits and pieces of my life, being in dance class when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
You know, competitive parents, that sort of thing. So it's kind of a comedy, but it's pretty dark at times too. I would call it a dark comedy, but what really resonates is the just the fun of it all, like the fun of creating something that you see your friends as. So I'm having a really good time, and I've already got 3 episodes kind of under my belt, but we'll see. I mean, it's definitely something that I would love to get in the right hands,
Uh-huh.
and really put out there. So there's that, and then I'm also writing a book. I have a working title right now called Tattooed Love Letters. So there's that.
Okay.
Nobody take that title. I claim it.
There you
I
go.
claim it with my life. I'll come after you. No, I'll come after you. I promise. Yeah, it's more so that book is just chapters of my own life. It's very autobiographical,
Uh-huh.
if
Okay.
you will. But it's not a script or anything like that. It's just, kind of my journal put
Right.
together.
Okay.
Also, some insightful stuff from my point of view, of this woman getting through Los Angeles, and working hard, and falling in love at times, and falling out of love, or trying to fall out of love. You never really completely forget those loves.
Right. Right.
But understanding the person that I am is what's most important. Because I am a woman of faith,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm very grateful that I can shout that out from the top of the mountains,
There you go.
that
Yes.
I do believe in our Lord Jesus Christ and Savior. And I just think getting closer to my faith has made me realize not only my self-worth, but
Mm-hmm.
my self-love, and the way to be treated, and also being this woman who is so relatable, and able to have a lot of friends that are guys, and for both genders for that matter, or both you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
For that matter, like
Okay.
just having this feeling of just being a relatable woman in a big city that could swallow you up if you allow it to, or
Right.
you can take control of your life when it comes to love. And Tattooed Love Letters has a lot to do with my own experiences of love. That's
Right.
for sure.
Right. Yeah, it definitely sounds like you're taking the bull by the horns, and instead of the bull leading, where you're gonna go, you're taking the bull and saying, "Okay, we're going here, we're going
Amen.
this way."
Yes.
Exactly.
I
Good for
actually just
you.
pictured a bull right now, like grabbing its horns and just dragging it around. That's what
Y-
resonates, that's highlighted in my mind right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
The bull's not
yeah,
gonna take you where it wants to go. You're taking the bull where you want to go.
that's right. That's right, papi, dale.
Yep.
But yes, 100%, and that's why each chapter is just a different chapter, and a different place in my life
Right.
where I now have this journey. And even at such a young age, I feel like I have lived so many lives. Like I'm just like, I wonder what, this next leg of my life is going to bring me. I'm very, very grateful to know, to want to have such a fervor for life, and that's what I'm also grateful for, to
Right.
not be closed off if your heart is broken, or if you feel some type of way, or any kind of relationship, like even a friendship, even if
Right.
it's just being a friendship, it pushes you and it makes you grow and it makes you stronger. And, you know,
Oh yeah,
I think
definitely.
that I have some insight
Yeah. There you
there.
go. There you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, let's talk about your quarantine workout that you've got going. Can you discuss?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Um, well, I here's the thing. I feel like everyone has their um their way of wanting to, of their goals. How about we
Right.
just say it like that? Everyone
Okay.
has a goal of what they'd like to reach for their body, or for their mindset, or just what they want to see every day when they look in the mirror, how they want to feel. If you want to feel healthier and eat
Right.
better while you're working out really intensely. And I've always been an advocate of working out and getting in that vitamin D, and just sweating, really sweating, and getting to the core of your muscle is just, it transforms you, it changes you. And during this quarantine,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard because you can't go to the gym.
Right.
So I've been doing a lot of workouts from home. I am certified in yoga as well. So that's something that always keeps me on my toes and on the mat, if
Uh
you
huh.
will, so to speak.
Okay.
But I kind of switch between running, yoga, because running gets me outside too.
Right.
So making sure that you get some fresh air and, like I said, some sunlight, some vitamin D. It's really, really something that can help in life when we're all cooped up and needing to stay home. So I think I'm a huge advocate of going outside and getting that. But I also do my workouts outside. So
Okay.
Joe.
There you go.
Okay, so there's this one, and I got to shout her out, my cousin in
Mm-hmm.
Miami, Melody Lamolli. She sent me over, and she was also a fitness model,
Uh huh.
and in a fitness competition too, fitness competitor.
Oh, okay.
So she and I both have the competitive streak. I relate to her very well. She's and then last year I ran a marathon, so
Oh,
that really
wow.
impacted me on, like, yeah, it was
Good for
crazy.
you.
I know it was. Thank you so much. It was just something that definitely pushed me to another level. So I'm very, very grateful for that. Clearly, I'm just so grateful. So much gratitude. Um, but she gave me this chart that by each letter, and Joe, I'm gonna send it to you so that you
Okay.
can keep up with it too. But on each letter is a workout, a different exercise.
Okay.
So say, um, my name is Vivian Lamolli,
Mm-hmm.
and that would mean on each letter you do something different. Say like it's 25 jump squats, 50 push-ups, 30 crunches here. Every vowel is
Mm-hmm.
50 jumping jacks. So you got to get that cardio in.
Okay.
And so you just go through your whole name. And yes, I did say Vivian Marie Lamolli. So I do every letter, and it challenges me, sometimes twice over.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a workout I do every day. And then I'm such a sucker for, like, I keep using the word competition because it pushes you, it drives.
Right.
It can
Right.
really drive you to just be the better self, especially when it comes to athleticism. But I love these shows that are called the MTV Challenges.
Okay.
Where it used to be the Real World Road Rules
Right.
Challenge or whatever, but now it's just the challenge. And so there was this one athlete on it. I think her name was Tori. She came out with this just this 1,000 calorie workout, and it's it's crazy. It's three things that are 100. So 100 jumping jacks, 100 squats, 100 crunches, 25 push-ups, 25 burpees,
Oh my goodness.
which will always be the death of me. 25 burpees, and then all of that three times over. So those are some things. Those are just a few things I've been doing here, and I've been doing Saturday morning savasana with my family.
Okay.
Seeing savasana is a yoga term, but it's in resting position.
Okay.
Um,
Nice.
it's savasana corpse. You're like, literally, that's what it's called. But yeah, and doing that with my family is just something that's really major for your mental state and health and well-being as well. So
Right.
I just that's what I do. I just switch it all up and throw it out there and see what sticks.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Definitely send me that. I need to do something because I'm already at the point where it's like I can't run around the block without having a heart attack. So any help I could definitely use it.
I got you, Joe. No, just go ahead and I'll listen. I'll send you those things, and then I'll check back with you in a week and see what the progress is, how we're feeling.
Okay. If I don't answer, check the emergency rooms. I might be in there.
That's hilarious.
Oh. Hey, now let's get into a subject that is uh I don't know, I guess near and dear to me because I kind of watched this lady at an age where I probably shouldn't have been watching her. um,
Oh, I see. No, I love
yeah.
it. That's
Well,
yeah. I know where. I was like, where is he going with this? Right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Yeah, I
and,
listen. I 100% relate to that. That you
oh,
and we are talking about
she
the
got
great,
she got
wonderful Vanessa Del Rio.
she got me through high school.
There it is, right there. That's all we got to say.
Yep,
We can have
and
all these words, talk about all these things, and then boom, zone in. She got me through high
she got
school.
me through high school. And with that said, I think I kind of gave away my age as well.
I love it. No, that's
Oh,
amazing to hear because listen, there's so many different ways and outlets that people can just live their life in an out loud and beautiful way. And playing Vanessa Del Rio has been just this wild ride of beautiful emotions and amazing, amazing insight to my own self.
uh-huh.
So I will say that that's huge to kind of put out there that she impacted you when you were younger,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's made you have like yeah it's given you passion for talking about it now. Yes, I'm playing Miss Vanessa Del Rio in working title Latin from Manhattan,
That's right.
and I'm just I'm in love with every moment of it. And if everyone listening, Vanessa was and will always be a legend. The very first Latin American adult star,
Exactly.
and and it's just been such a pleasure to work with the cast, the producers, the writer and creator Thomas Mignonnet,
Mm-hmm.
uh, just in this sense of a family on set.
Right.
Every set I feel like kind of becomes a family because I kind of have that heart to want to reach out and feel each person that I'm working with. It's
Mm-hmm.
just something that I love and I can't get enough of. But this one in particular, I met Vanessa before we started anything,
Oh,
Joe.
sure. Rub it in. Oh,
I
I
had to
know.
say
I
a
know.
little.
I know.
I love it. That's amazing. Now that I know you're a big fan, who
Oh my
knows? Who
gosh.
knows where this could take? Who knows what kind of
Yeah,
shout
Vanessa.
out you
Yeah.
might get, Joe?
Heck yeah, Vanessa. If you're listening, anytime. I would die a happy man if I died the next day after doing that interview.
Yes, 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 yes. Mama, you heard that? um, no, I'm sure, and to say the least, I'm sure she gets that so much because she's also just so exhilarating,
Yeah.
even in the way that she just speaks in person and when we met and when we were talking and just I always like to say the first thing. So I said, And I was feeling pretty bold. I think it's because I was feeling pretty bold and excited to meet her. And I was with Thomas, our director um and writer, and I met her, and I was like, "Hey," I think I said, "What up, Ma?" I was like, "What up, Ma?" And we're very New York. We're in her stomping grounds, and
Right.
she was just like, "You're up, kid." She said it just like that. "You're
Uh-oh.
up, kids." Like, right. I was like, okay, she's right. I am up. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
So just her influence and impact on not only the adult film industry, but on women, and it being the golden age of adult film, and also women not being so shy about their bodies or about what they want to say. There are any female's narrative and
yeah.
encouragement to just live out loud and be happy, and have a lust and love for life. It's just something that's just so important. And I think that she is absolutely one of the pioneers of that. So
Oh, yeah. She did.
it's been an amazing.
I'm gonna try to keep it clean here, but I mean, she
Yeah,
did.
no, go
She
ahead.
did. She did a lot of firsts in that industry. She was the first to, I believe, do what they call a DP. She's done a lot of other firsts where, and she did it on her own terms.
Right.
From reading and stuff. If there was a scene that it went a certain way, she didn't like it. The director tried to push her in it. She's no, 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 no. I ain't having this shit. She's doing it her way, and they pretty much the directors let it do it her way. Because she didn't take any crap from anybody.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's how I feel about it as well. I mean, it's been such an honor. It's been an honor and privilege to dive into and step into
Mm-hmm.
her nice red heels. So she always says, the red lip and the red heels and the red nails, Mama.
Yeah.
She's just on fire,
Oh
and
yeah.
a lot of the moments that we've had on set have just been um life changing. I mean, working with Isai Morales, Drea
Mm-hmm.
De Matteo, Jesse Metcalf, Elizabeth Rodriguez, Dave Proval, um, the list goes on. Taryn Manning.
Yeah.
It's just it's truly, truly, truly been on another level, because all of these actors have inspired me,
Right.
and to have seen work with them is just so it's definitely a blessing,
Yeah.
beyond blessed,
And the
to
and the
work with such titans.
right. And the co-stars themselves, they're no pushovers. I mean, you've got people
Mm-mm.
who've been in I said Isai Morales. He's been in what, La Bamba. He was in Ozark.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I can't think of the one, but I think it was David Prevel. He was in Shawshank in The Sopranos.
Yeah,
And
I mean, mm-hmm.
these aren't just pushover actors. These people have been there. They've done the work. They've they've been in top notch roles. So the director to put this group together and for this type of role, this is going to be an exciting movie to watch.
Thank you. I truly believe so. I mean, it's going to be, and it's definitely very anticipated too.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, yes, definitely a very anticipated film. We're all waiting and ready and excited, and what the thing for me is just to keep that excitement up, and keep it pushing to where we're all just, there's a new wave and a new chapter of living, what's going to come out of this film. So I'm honored. I'm absolutely honored. And for me, the most important thing is to honor Vannessa, and to really just, you know,
Right.
have her stamp of approval, honey.
Yeah, because I mean, back then when she was doing this stuff, it's not like now. I mean, back then they had to hide and use code words and have the scene at like in an abandoned warehouse and things like that because they were hiding
Oh
from
yeah.
they're hiding from the FBI and they're trying to shut them down and so they would just move from location to location just to get a movie completed.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, and you know, we touch upon that as well. Just the fact that there were, you know, a lot of secretive things.
Mm-hmm.
Not everything obviously was fun loving, uh, you know,
Right.
sexual freedom. Not everything was just all roses and excitement. I mean,
Right.
there was a lot of tragedy in the 80s. There's a lot of, you know, not only and then that leads you to other things like the drugs and the mob and the gangs and the things that would have you hide this type of industry so that someone can profit off of it.
Right.
So that's 100% touched upon, and sneaking around and things like that, and uh kind of like a speakeasy kind of lifestyle too. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited to have just been all in, and seeing it unfold before my own eyes, and the script just coming to life
Yeah.
is really cool too. Watching the New York streets come to life at Warner Brothers is
Mm-hmm.
it's been miraculous. So yeah, I mean, diving into the 80s, I interview so many people just to get their experience of what it was like,
Right.
and how they kind of, I guess, fared to when it came to the porn industry, and if they knew about it, and if it was like, you know, something that was taboo or like secret, or just something that was, I could never imagine just, you know, adult film or porn or something like that being something that was like so hidden and rare, but that's when it was first coming on the scene. So it was just kind of like, is this really an industry that's happening? So anyone who was
Right.
like against it would be really and truly against it. I mean, protests,
Oh yeah.
and you know, so I actually want to know from your perspective, like
Mm-hmm.
how that felt when you were younger and you were just like, oh my gosh, I really love watching these. I really want to watch, you know, these films, but how do I get a hold of it?
Yeah. Growing up, I live in a somewhat conservative town, so I mean, when I would watch it, you'd have to go into like and
Blockbuster, I love
Blockbuster or
it.
one of those other type of, they had this mom and pop type of little stores that you'd go into for your VHS. And during high school, I was kind of pretty popular around the town because I was a football star and all that good stuff. So I'd go to a lot of the mom and pop stores, and
Mhm.
let's just say I'd go in there and I'd rent like a G movie, and then I'd look around and jump into the little area where it said adult, and I'd look around and look for Vanessa's on the cover, and if I saw it, boom, I grabbed it and took it up real quick, and the guy just kind of, he would click the G thing, and then for the G movie, and then he'd look at the adult thing, and he'd look at me, and he just kind of laugh. He goes, okay, and he would scan it for me, and I'd take it home, and of course I'd watch Vannessa. you know and
Wow,
so
that's amazing.
then of course when I turned 18, I didn't have to sneak into those things. I would just walk right in, and I'd watch quite a few of them. I think I still have one around here somewhere. um it's called The Filthy Rich. It's one of my favorite movies of hers, and I think I still have it here somewhere in storage. I'll have to find that, and I'll take a picture of it and show it to you. But yeah, just growing up with her, and I used to have all, I've lost them now, but I've all the magazines that she was in, the movies that she had been in. Like I said earlier, the one I still have is The Filthy Rich, and that's in storage somewhere. I'll have to get that out. But yeah, I used to have all the magazines, and me being having ADD, where it's hard for me to read without my mind going, after after about a paragraph, you
And
know.
how about that? Like living out loud in a way that you're not like scared to show off your body. I want to touch upon that too, because it's, you know, I never want to like leave that behind. Like she loved her body and
Oh yeah.
worked on her body. And just like me, like for instance, I love working on my body. I love when I see results. I love um just owning myself and owning my womanhood,
Yeah.
my just transforming into this, from a girl, young lady, woman, just really feeling into myself and my body and
Mm-hmm.
being Latina, Puerto Rican, Cuban, and Italian. I will say this right now, and if we got to delete or edit anything else out of this, I hope this moment sticks. I am so proud, Joe, to be Latina. There are no words for how happy and how proud I am to be a woman and to be a Latina woman.
Mm-hmm.
At that, it's just like it just comes from within, and playing this role just makes me realize that I am playing someone who I just have inside of me. You know,
Yeah.
it's not every day that a role comes around for you, or a script comes around that you're just like, damn, I resonate with this so well. And I feel so good to really live my truth in
Good.
Vanessa Del Rio. So when it comes to sexuality and loving yourself and your body, and not looking at it as, an object or being objectified, I really like, sure, people may like be like, oh, this is sexy, this is that,
Mm-hmm.
it's on fire in that sense. But the thing that I listen to and feel is my heart and my love and my self-esteem and
Right.
my self-love. And part of that starts from within and goes to the out to the to what I show the world.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, this is part of what I'm showing the world about me, and I'm just so grateful to have that vivaciousness inside of me. And I'm proud to really want to uh be that in touch with my sexuality.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing.
Now, regarding did you get any slack from any people in the industry because you were playing someone from the adult industry, and the some people still frown on it today, being in the mainstream? Did you get any slack from playing this role?
You know, it's so interesting, the the reaction, because you never know someone's real and true thoughts that they're having,
Mm-hmm.
and I've realized that too,
Mm-hmm.
because their true colors could show later on. But just to answer that plainly, I I haven't really noticed any of the negativity. None of
Oh,
the,
good to hear.
if there has been, it hasn't been brought to my attention.
Okay. No. Okay. Good
And
to hear.
it's interesting because of the fact that I have really only noticed and been able to take in the positive light, not only about Vannessa, but about making a film on the Warner Brothers lot by the grace of God,
Mm-hmm.
um, with a stellar cast, a stellar crew, stellar producers, the whole crew, the whole team of production have become my family.
Yeah.
So I think what we're doing is it's on another level, and it skyrockets above anyone that would be like, you shouldn't be doing this, or this is, it's not a good look or influence for younger for younger people. But I'm just like, you know what? This is life.
Right.
This is truth. It's not only really something that occurred and part of our history, but it's something that could go on to make so many women more confident and
Yeah.
excited and happy about that sort of thing. So in all honesty, I've only really received some really great feedback.
Great
I
to
mean, when it
hear.
comes to
Good
my
to hear.
team as well, everyone is really excited. We're ready. That's what it is. We're ready for it to really just hit the streets, hit the theaters, hit everyone's become a household name
Right.
for this
Right.
film, because at the end of the day, that's really what's going to impact what the positive feedback and the welcoming and how it's received. It's going to be very well received because it's going to be a great film
Right.
too.
And
So there's that.
right, exactly. And like I stated earlier in the show, you taking the bull by the horns.
Yeah.
That's pretty much that's what Vanessa did. She took the bull by the
Amen.
horns in that industry at that time, being a woman, and she directed that damn bull where she wanted to go, and she is now at legendary status because of that. And so,
That's right.
and being at that time, because she's in the adult industry, some women may say, well, yeah, they may frown. No, you need to look at what she did. She stood up for herself. She was a feminist before the feminists were feminists, I guess you could say. She took the bull by the horns. She put that bull and directed it where she wanted it to go. She didn't care what other people
Mhm.
said, and she stood up for herself. And she's a legendary, iconic star now because of that. Her not taking no bullshit.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, that's exactly how I look at it every day. So it was a bit, I don't want to say challenging, but definitely something that was new for me.
Mm-hmm.
I had never played a role like this boss, beautiful Latin woman who has been living her life to the fullest
Mm-hmm.
in the industry that she owns and loves and dominates. I've never played something like this, so in the very beginning, booking it and everything was just kind of like definitely something that mentally and emotionally and spiritually I sat within myself and meditated on it and had moments, conversations with God,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all come up roses, and it's not an
Mm-hmm.
easy road. So my family, embracing it and knowing that I'm an actor and this is my life, and at the end of the day, I'm portraying someone who, quite frankly, like I said, is a pioneer for
Exactly.
women,
Exactly.
um, and for sexual freedom. So because she chose this, it wasn't something that she had to do or that she was, had a terrible past or had a terrible, life where it's like she was was forced to be in something like this. This was something that's chosen and
Yeah.
exciting.
Exactly.
Um, so it was definitely something that I sat with, and I was just like, I've chosen to take this, um, this this I don't want to say monster, but this huge uh, experience and moment of a role in
Yeah.
time. I've chosen this, so just having that, not only under the belt, but something to inspire me and to come off of it with such just vulnerability and excitement.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it, Joe. There's nothing like it. And even just speaking with you right now reminds me of the journey that I'm on,
Mm-hmm.
and you know,
Oh yeah.
having these shoes to fill. Hmm.
You said you're on that bull and you're steering it, in the direction you want to go, and you're gonna steer that thing to the top of the mountain. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I did. I
No, because
I am
sometimes
here.
sometimes my phone cuts out, so I was looking at my phone going,
Oh
"Hello."
no.
No, but one last thing about Vanessa. Towards the end of her career, and then after she retired, like you had stated, she was always um looking at, to improve her body, and she really really got into the fitness aspects.
Yes.
And if you see those pictures of her during those fitness days, oh my goodness, I'm a
It
bit.
was kind of like she was in quarantine, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I'm always going to be biased when it comes to Vanessa, but those pictures, I mean, just are amazing. The
Mhm.
fitness that she's
Through some
in.
of
Oh
yeah, she's fit.
yeah,
As a Brit would say, because they if you look good and you also fit at the same time, they say you're fit.
yeah,
They'll call you just because you look good, girl. But
yeah,
yeah, at that time when Vanessa really started to get buff, she was arrested and she was locked up
hmm,
for a little while there, and yeah, she started to work out really heavy through some of my research and just not even just that, talking to her too, and her
yeah,
book, 50 Years of Slightly Sluttiness,
yeah,
which is a
yeah.
passion book that you guys should all pick up when you can at some point or order. 50 Years of Slightly Sluttiness, so good. Um, she did a major transformation because, like I said, I mean, working out can get you through so much.
Yeah.
Like I said, sweating and changing your body and doing things that, you know, you just want to get back into the industry and feel good, look good. That was definitely a chapter of her life that I am in awe of. That's for sure.
Yeah, because I remember.
And influences me.
Because I remember when you know she had left, and I was kind of depressed for a couple months. But I've seen the first pictures of her when she was doing her routine. I mean, when she was in the fitness part, and when I seen those pictures, like, oh my god, I was like, wow, just the the definition of her body. I mean, she had a great body, before, but just now the definition, you can see all the lines and everything, and she took the bull by the horns, with that fitness thing, and she made the most of it. Now, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans before we close this out?
Yeah, I mean, goodness, I love you in the simplest form. I love all of you. I love you guys. You are what keeps this heart beating, and by the grace of God, there's something inside of me that you guys resonate with, and or that resonates with you and that you like. So I hope and pray that I can continue doing that, and that I can continue being a blessing, especially to the craft and to my work. So thank you for your support, for your encouragement, and echa pa'lante. Really just continue following your hearts and your dreams, and getting to the next level of your inspirations, leveling up. We never quit. The never quitting mentality is something that I'm so grateful for, and as well the gratitude. Just continue to lead your life with gratitude in your heart, and all of the blessings on your lips. So now, check out the movie when it comes out.
Yeah, when is there an exact date yet, or are they still?
There's not. Well, we're anticipating for 2021, and there's a lot. There's some more things to just wrap up.
Right.
But we'll definitely be rolling out some dates and some press release stuff and things like that as soon as they each come out.
Okay.
But yeah.
Now, where can they find you on social media if, say, someone's listening for the first time and, oh, I love this lady, I want to follow her? Where can they find you?
At Viva Livin across the board.
There you go.
Twitter, Instagram, and just my name, Vivian Marie Lamolli. If you want to see any of the work from the past and what's to come for the future. So Viva Livin, and I'll be hoping to see y'all there, because I definitely engage with each and every one of you. I love engaging with fans and friends and so many different people through our platforms that we have. So I would love to engage with you guys.
All right, there you go. And guys, also remember, she's got the book that she's writing and the pilot, as well as her quarantine workout that she's going to send me, so I can get my lazy butt up.
Yes, I'm gonna send it to you, Joe. I got you.
Okay, thanks. All right, guys. Hey, I want to thank you guys for listening. And make sure you guys, like I said, you guys check her out. Check out her past stuff from East Los High, Lifeline, 420. Look for her book and her pilot, as well as the quarantine workout, and I will give you guys updates on how it's going, and hopefully I don't end up in the emergency room, as well as as well as the biopic that she's the main star in, playing Miss Vanessa Del Rio. So, hey guys, I want to thank you guys for listening. Hey, I appreciate it. If you like what you heard, hit the like button, share, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time.
That's right.